Warning: this is mature content. Listeners' discretion is advised. If you are easily disgusted or faint of heart, stop now. You have been warned.
What madness did I yet find in my dreams? What dangerous delight has tempted my soul to wake, tempting me with ambition of art, leaving me in this hour with a blankness, a non-fulfillment? What havoc does it? Spite on me, the curse of dreams not opened, enough to spur the soul but with all the critical pieces missing, that of a Frankenstein of an idea, all pieces oddly spat together with foreign sinew and sutures of urgency, a sin of the mind, a sin of the spirit. My heart now takes flight in wrath to find a victim, one that will have no idea of the urgency upon their soul for salvation, lest they fall to the damned on this night. The wind is swift this eve as I take flight. It's brisk against my hollow soul. Almost a whistle in the night. Frank, the local vagrant, looks up, but he's safe and can't see me. He has nothing to offer my anger. All of these little boxes down there crammed together like sardines in a can. Eons ago they would all be sprinkled among the trees, hiding and in any hole in the ground, in fear. Now they hide in these boxes in fear of one another, until they meet me, that is. They don't even know the boogeyman is real anymore. Johnny and Mark, on the side of their little box in the pale light, arguing over what they will spend their stolen dollar on. Daddy doesn't even know they are awake. Perfect timing. But we will have much more fun when they are older. Entertaining nonetheless. Drifting to and fro, I grow hungry. The night lifts me back up higher with ill intent. Here is one. Becky is her name. Riding back from late-night date. Seems Danny didn't get what he wanted. Yet as she sobs inside a facade, she knows this will be their last date due to her unwillingness. She's broken. But broken like half a candy bar, so it won't be her tonight. Better for her she said no than to be bragging right come Monday. I may come back later for a snack on Danny, but he's hardly got any flavor. Bit of sin, but not to fill the hunger. Then I catch a whiff, a scent of delight, not quite fear, not quite sadness. Misery calls me like a banshee, echoing from days of nights and kingdoms. A fitting feast, my mouth reels with delight. So seldom a flavor, so seldom a delight, becoming more frequent these days. Possibly the glowing hand devices, possibly the boxes and the stone slabs they drive on, or the monotonous motions they go through. I drift from burrow to burrow, crossing massive highways and bayous. I can feel it closer. My hollow stomach cries out to me from its depths. It's a woman. I can smell her perfume, that cheap kind. Oh, I am sure it's expensive. But I mean like cheap. In the fill the void in my heart way. Drifting up to the house. Strangely, I see no openings, no cracks, no open windows. My darkness beats upon her window silently. Let me in. Then I see her long and tall, sleek, flowing hair like fine gold falling over a waterfall. Her flesh is fine and tempting, soft like fine silk. But what's inside is what I want to open, that misery. Sure, the icing is nice, but the moist misery cake inside is what I'm after. That part that is holding on, hoping, but knowing it's over, dreams crushed and whimpering even when she has a smile on. I plead to her inner conscious to let me in. I will end it. I can fulfill her need for closure. She can live in my despair for eternity. Her tears can pour over me like rain. She knows he's late again tonight. He might not even come home. Let her mind lay with mine. She is hesitant, naked walking, toward the window and pausing. If only she knew I was here for her, a shadow of eternity, a desire unfulfilled. My black heart races, beating out of my spirit. I call again. Now, not knowing why, and with a tear, she cracks the window ever so slightly. My black vapor slides in exuberantly, crawling across the floor, filling the room like smoke from a fire. I can feel every part of her. She trembles, these humans in their boxes, craving freedom, craving an end, but too scared to go all the way. My smoke licks the tear running down her face. All that pretty makeup for him is now running down her face for me, the last tears she will ever give him or anyone. Her body so warm and full of life, her mind so decayed with mental brutality, beaten down like a dog, laid out like an alley cat, no knowledge of her value, as it was stolen long ago. With her vows that only she kept. She is beginning to hear me. I whisper it's over, my love. Your pain, your suffering. She whispered back, who are you? I am that thing in the night that you and your ancestors forgot. A dark harvester, a keeper of souls, a castle keep of spirit, a place of no return. She asked, what do you want? As to which I replied, all of you. Not just what people see, not the trophy, not the brag. All of you down to the marrow. She whimpered, what of my shame? I will take that with great care, she asked with a tremor in her voice. What will it cost? To which I whispered, pain at first, then delight and comfort in time. It will hurt quite a bit, but not like the pain in your heart right now. In a moment she surrendered. My smoke raised up into fan-like lines, and with precision began, ripping down her body like knives attached to a chainsaw. So strong she was, so beaten that she stood trembling and not crying out. I levitated her up out of sympathy, what little I have. Then my spirit ran up, into her veins toward the heart, ripping and grinding the flesh as I went. The blood shot out all over the room and the white satin sheets. Joy filled me as I devoured, looking up at the splatter and carnage, and laughed aloud. Now we are making some art. My smoke became so furious that you could hear it slicing through the air like whips. Now I began to feel her essence. She poured her pain back into me, her sorrow, the sleepless nights, the anguish, the sacrifice. As her head bobbed with pain of body and pain of heart, coughing up spats of blood, I held her with a gentle part of me and gently kissed her lips. Now you will be mine forever. Granted, the rest of me was still gnawing on her bones and flesh. I could see her spirit depart her crystal-colored eyes. Like traces of light, it flowed in my smoke-black heart. I could feel her warmth as her mind opened to me with no hesitation. As it did, anger in me grew toward this man and his folly. I sat like a toad, smoke lapping up bits of flesh, draining the last drops of blood. I could hear her calling to me. It's okay. He doesn't matter anymore. I told her we would talk later. You see, there is this part of me that does what I did because I'm searching for likeness, for kindred spirits. Because in many ways, I am alone. Never having lived as humans do, I can only live with their minds. Sure, I just completely devoured this woman, but the gentle side of me, the one that found a soulmate, kind of separated her from the pain of her body, much like an anesthesiologist does for a surgery. It only works if they surrender and I allow it. I sit here with my smoke swirling around, satisfied and full, rubbing my new friend's soul like a pet cat. So gentle is Laura's spirit. She does have a name, but Brad, that douche, it's so funny how new souls rub off on me. I believe as I delve into Laura's mind, someone called Judas Priest said, You got another thing coming. It's so funny when I sit and digest like this, like a pyramid of smoke to plump to fly, at least by appearance. What's this sound? A key, a sloppy closing of the door, stumbling to the kitchen. I get so excited. Miss Passive-Aggressive Laura even has to be calmed down. Must be her energy getting me. So amped up. I roll around on the blood-stained sheets and conjure my ability to be seen. You see, when I am trying to absorb, to feed, I can't really be seen, and what's the fun in that? But when I hunt for sport, I am easily seen. A cosmic joke of some kind. I roll like a black tumbleweed over to the radio, and like a bad kid from '80s, turn in on, and turn it up. From within my spirit, the memory plays Judas Priest. You got another thing coming. I'm sure the neighbors are happy with us at 3 a.m. Another trick of mine is the ability somehow to interact with radio waves, as they are called. Regardless, Brad storms in the bedroom yelling, "Turn that crap down." Jaw drops as his eyes see the blood, bathbone, and carnage. Scattered all over like a tornado ripped apart a blood bank. And me plopped on the bed in metaphysical smoke like a giant Hershey kiss. Smoking the proverbial cigarette after a hot mess. If only he knew this was my version of naked. I could hear Laura's laughter before douchebag could turn. I pounced on him like vapor lightning, my smoke curling. Around his limbs, no tranquilizers for this sack of crap. I could smell the whores on him. I can track them down another night, Brad cried, never having seen or felt anything like me before. I swirled around him as he lay pissing his pants. His muscles flexed but were useless. Then an idea came to me. I'm sure the police would have a field day with a husband having killed his wife, a deceitful man at his last straw. So my fun with Brad would have to be internal for now. A few scratches on the face, leaving some of Laura's DNA in the wounds, and this baby is cooked. I laugh. Laura, whatever have you got into me? Oh, you devil. Sure, I can implant lust into the other prisoner's eyes. Mister. Brad here can be cell block D sugar boots for 10 to 20 if not life, and then he's ours again near the end. So, with some quick gut twisting that no doctor will see and a mental note slipped to a neighbor next door, me and my new companion Laura soar to the heavens, racing the moon and the stars with her spiritual bosom tucked in my hand. We will watch the stars for eternity, and Brad will have to watch his cornhole, as they say nowadays.